Hello and welcome to another edition of HCPTV. As you can see today I'm outside, and I'm outside in a very special place. I've come to the military corner of my local cemetery because our theme for this edition is about remembrance and remembering. Remembering can happen in all sorts of different ways, and remembrance can mean a great deal of many things to a great deal of many people. This place is very important to me. In my previous life as a school chaplain, I would come here every Armistice Day with a group of students from my school to join the Royal British Legion and other people who wanted to remember those who died in war. And so for me, it's a great place to come to remember a part of my life that was a very important and special part of my life. Today we're going to hear from Rev Dave, who is the chaplain to the Armed Forces region, and he's going to tell you a little bit about his story. Over to you, Chaplain Dave.
Hi everyone, my name is Deacon Dave Skillen and I'm Regional Chaplain with the Armed Forces region of HCPT. When I'm not in Lourdes with HCPT, I can be found here on RAF stations at work as a military chaplain, caring for servicemen and women and their families and the many civilian workers that we have too, sharing with them the awesome message of God's love for them in Jesus. Well, I've been asked today to speak about remembrance, but to begin with, I wanted to bat the ball back in your court, as it were, and ask you, what does remembrance mean to you? Because we all know something about the importance of remembrance and about this time of year. You may know of somebody who has served in the military, perhaps they still do. Or perhaps you know of an older relative who served in the First or the Second World War. If you're not sure, why not do some digging into your family background and find out? The thing is, most families have been in touch with the demands of war, past or present. So I bet if I asked you to bring to mind an image that best symbolises remembrance time for you, most of you would say the red poppy flower. We all wear a red poppy at this time of year. I've got mine on today. The poppy has become the universal symbol of our collective remembrance. At the end of the First World War, when the land in northern France, to name just one place, and all the life there had been torn apart by the ravages of war, the new life of the beautifully striking and very hardy poppy flower sprung up from the dead earth. Its red flower head reminds us of the sacrifices and bloodshed of all those, including perhaps your relatives and friends, who gave their lives so that we today can enjoy freedom from those who would wish to do us harm, so that we could have great opportunity to live lives that are happy and fulfilling. Opportunities such as going on pilgrimage with HCPT to Lourdes. Remembrance is about the past, the present and the future. We think about those in the past who have given their lives in war or who have served our country to defeat an imposing enemy. And we acknowledge in the present that the freedoms we enjoy are thanks to them. And inspired by their example, we commit ourselves to building a secure future for generations to come. A world where love and peace and hope dominate rather than hatred, anxiety and despair. So let me finish by claiming that the instinct to remember is a very natural one, written onto our hearts by God, who does not want us to forget him or to forget that the love he has for us, which we see most powerfully in the death of Jesus on the cross. Perhaps this is why we go back to Lourdes year after year, because we remember that God, in his love, has revealed himself to Bernadette through Mary, and we want to share in the peace she received, real peace, God's peace. We will remember them.
Thank you, Dave, for that really beautiful explanation of what remembrance means to you, and especially in your military life, in the military context. We're now going to hear from two of our group leaders who will be sharing memories of a different kind, the memories of why they got involved with HCPT and what keeps them motivated to carry on. We're going to hear from Peter, who's from East London, and we're also going to hear from Michele, who's from Bury St Edmunds. So let's cross over to them now.
The reason I come to Lourdes with HCPT is because it has helped me change my life. I'm a much happier and better person from it. I've been given a chance, which is rare, to help people grow in their faith, grow in their love of God, grow in their trust of others, and I get a lot from it, and I'm able to pass that on to others. And one day, my family perhaps, or some of the young people that have come with me, will take on the job and do the same, because you can't help enough. Lourdes, for me, is transforming lives on many, many levels. At home, in the family, in the young people that we bring, in the adult helpers, the older helpers. For me, Lourdes is the place where heaven meets earth, where people answer a call. They answer the call from their families, from me, and ultimately from Our Lady to come. We don't have to do much once we're here, because the whole place is in itself special. The parents benefit, the children benefit. Young people that we take away have got opportunities that they'll never get in life.
I first came to Lourdes, I think it's about 23 years ago now. And I was nagged into coming, and I was told, come on, Michele, you'll have a great experience. And I thought, I'll do it once, that'll be fantastic. This, I think, is now my 24th year here in Lourdes. So it is a fantastic experience for the children, and we do give them life-changing holidays, which we hope those memories from these holidays will be carried with them through their lifetimes, that they can look back on and think, God, when I was 10, I just had the most amazing holiday. I had a great experience. But in fact, the children give us so much, they give me so much. And if I didn't have just such a fantastic time here with the HCPT in Lourdes every Easter, then I certainly wouldn't be coming back time and time again. The children enrich our lives. They teach us so much about ourselves as well. And that, I think, is one of the biggest reasons that I come. I know that I give so much, but I actually receive so much as well.
Thanks to Dave, Peter and Michele for sharing their thoughts and experiences with us in this episode of HCPTV. Since I was here last, there have been two new additions to this part of the Remembrance Garden, slightly more modern memorials to people placed here by their families. And however you will be remembering your loved ones, those who have passed away during the month of November, remember, if HCPT can help you in any way to do that, then we are here for you. Today's episode is being launched while we are on our virtual conference, not from Warwick University, where we thought and hoped we would be, but virtually from all over the country, as Father Pat says, in the comfort of our own homes. So I hope that you will be able to join us again in November to continue remembering not just people in HCPT, but everyone around the world that needs our prayers at this time. If you're interested in getting involved and helping us to produce these episodes, please get in touch with us at HQ. We will be delighted to hear from you. Thank you.